Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to be reviewing Netflix's Stranger Things Season 3. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Stranger Things Season 3. You're probably asking yourself, hey, it's not technically a movie, so, but at the end of the day, I think Stranger Things, the series, is very cinematic in its scope and what they try to accomplish. And there's so many movie references in these seasons that, I feel it's something I can review, no problem whatsoever. So I was able to binge watch it in about a day, and I gotta say, I am a huge fan of the first season. I thought the first season was almost a masterpiece as far as just a beginning season for any show. Season 2, I felt, took a dip in quality. Overall, I felt it was a little bloated. Some of the storylines just kind of went off in weird directions. I mean, we all know that 11 episode, where it's just all over the map. But, I was very optimistic that we were going to get a little bit of a course correction for 3, and we definitely did get that. Overall, I really did enjoy Season 3 quite a bit. It actually moves at quite a brisk pace. Only 8 episodes, and I think it tightens up the script quite a bit, and not in any negative way. It picks up a couple plot threads from Seasons 1 and 2 and runs with it really nicely, and I enjoyed the overall feeling of what we, see on the screen at any given time. I'm also going to just take a quick second, since I typically do this in my reviews, and talk a little bit about the picture quality. I felt that the HDR/Dolby Vision looked fantastic in this. It really looks great. If you have a very strong internet connection and you have, I reviewed it through an Apple TV 4 using 4K/ Dolby Vision, it looks spectacular. It really looked amazing. There were several episodes where that HDR just popped, especially the last couple episodes. And the last episode in particular, it was just pure eye candy from a visual standpoint. Black levels looked really, really nice and deep. It's an overall dark show. There are some daytime moments, and you get that appropriate level of detail, and the daytime imagery looks really, really nice. Complements the nighttime scenes as well. But anyway, as far as the story goes, while I feel that Season 3 was a significant bump up in quality, it still wasn't perfect. I do feel that while as much as I love the movie references, some of them this season felt way too on the nose. I'm not going to spoil anything and talk about it, but there's a particular, Cyborg Sent Through Time reference that is a bit much, and it's pretty much on the nose there. But I do still enjoy those references. There's several that they do that are just if you are a movie fan, you're gonna pick them up right away. And it was fine overall, but I felt that it kind of got towards that line. What didn't go not only to the line, but just catapulted over it, was the product placement. Seemed way obvious this season. I know Coke and Burger King both have deals with that whole thing. I love how Coke was making such a big deal about New Coke, but I don't believe you can get that online anyway. You can't even get that in stores. So it just seemed kind of weird that, they spent so much time. And there was a moment where one of the characters almost winks at the camera because he's holding a Coke. It was way too obvious, and then there's scenes, because a lot of, based off the trailer, this is not spoiling anything, there's a lot of scenes that take place at a mall. And that brings you to a nice nostalgia trip. But there were several instances where Burger King's just oh, here, Burger King. But I think the biggest offender this season was Coke. Story was definitely better than Season 2, as I mentioned. And that nice tight episode order, I think, really helped keep things brisk. I didn't feel bored at all. I mean, one of my big complaints about some of these shows are that they spend up a 12, 13 episode order. 3 of those episodes are easy filler, and they don't need to necessarily be there. I didn't feel that way at all. I didn't feel that any episode in this season was wasted. I feel like it all had purpose. It was connected really nicely. And, it's overall a very, very nice pace of what we got here. I guess another one of my complaints, it's just a small issue, and this seemed to bother me more in the first half of the season than the second, was it seemed like obviously that the Duffer Brothers took took what worked in season 2 and kind of supersized it. 2 instances in all you're gonna pick up right away. One, this isn't, you know, it's just one. I don't know, it necessarily didn't work for the whole season. I guess, you know, they once again, everybody was separated at some point. But because of the 8 episodes, it did feel like they eventually got back together, and it wasn't as much. But certain characters, I think, had a lot more screen time that I feel were kind of annoying, to be honest. But then, as the season progressed, it got better, and I think overall, just, you know, don't necessarily have to go, you know, oh well, you know, let's run a control group and find out what you really liked over here. We're gonna just really give you tons more of it over there. If they do that again in season 4, I don't see how they could do it without being called out on it. But overall, you know, it's still a very good cast, and once everybody gets together and that kind of thing, then it really, you know, the show really shines at that point. Yeah, so as I said, it's a show that loves to roll around in the 80s nostalgia. There's fun movie references, so many of them. I'm sure I missed even a couple, but I feel overall season 3 of Stranger Things was a fantastic show. I'm going to give this season an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I gave season 2 about a 7, 6.5 or so. I can't quite remember what I gave it, but it's a good show, and I think if you are a fan of the series, you're absolutely going to love what you got here. So let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to check out season 3 of Stranger Things, and in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.